Giants money, which is apparently a
Money,
giant
money.
pile of money because the list came out of the top franchises as far as valuations in the NFL. And yeah, I hit the wrong button there. The Giants are definitely not hurting in any stretch of the imagination. Now, we talked about it when Eli was talking about potentially buying a piece of the Giants there, and they were talking about a $10 billion valuation. Well, it's gone up now, 10.25 billion, which just changes everything, of course. Because listen, at $10 billion, maybe I would have bought into it there, but at 10.25, I don't know if I can do that now. It's too much, too rich for my blood.
$250 million really sinks it in there, huh?
Yeah, it really does. And Jay, you brought up a point I was going to bring up. A great point. John Mayer is actually considered one of the poorest owners. That's the truth. Like a lot of these guys in the NFL nowadays, because keep in mind the original OG owners of the NFL teams a lot of them are gone. John Mara is a guy who literally owns the Giants because of the fact that his family has owned the Giants forever. I mean, that's basically what it boils down to. He's not a first generation owner. Whereas Steve Tisch and his family bought into it. There's a little difference there. And obviously Steve Tisch is a well-known producer in Hollywood for many, many years. But yeah, like I said, he's definitely considered that. But listen, it's crazy because when you sit there and own half of a $10.25 billion franchise, I don't think I would call you, poor at that point. I don't think you're worrying about how to put food on the table. That's for sure. So
just how much caviar are you putting out there?
Well, you got to keep again. That's what the Giants are worth. It's not he has $5 billion in his bank account. That's the difference.
Oh yes, I mean, but
well, just to be clear for some people, they're like, wait a minute, $5 billion? Yeah, obviously the poorest. That's the difference. If they sold the Giants, he would get 5.125 or whatever billion.
But let's not forget, he's also on the Giants' payroll.
Yes, he is on the payroll. Plus, as an owner, he gets dividends, obviously. So he's not hurting. I'm sure he's not hurting whatsoever in any way, shape, or form.
He's definitely got quite a few more decimals in his bank account than I do. In the right way, not the wrong way.
Yes. I would say not decimals, probably more commas. Probably at the same 1 decimal point.
Yeah.
So here's the evaluations overall on them. So the Cowboys still are number 1, proving that there's still morons are all across the country rooting for a team that hasn't won jack shit in 30 years. $12.8 billion. Billion dollars. That's absolutely insane. Rams number 2, proving that no matter what you thought of the move from St. Louis, obviously it was the right move. $10.43 billion.
Impressive.
Yeah. The Giants were number 3, the 10.25 billion. Number 4 is the Patriots, $8.76 billion. It's a big drop off after the first 3 guys.
It's funny too, because like the 4 and 5, I thought it would be a little higher and a little more valuable looking at the top 3, especially like the Rams were kind of shocking, but good for
LA. I mean, the Rams are definitely the LA team, not the Chargers, because keep in mind the Chargers were from San Diego. The Rams used to play in LA. So they still had old school fans when they moved back. So they became like, and I'm not saying this to be disrespectful to Jets fans. I'm just being legit. In LA, they're the Giants, the Jets are the Chargers. Like there is a hierarchy when you have 2 teams. Jets fans may not want to agree with that, but it is what it is. You don't really see a lot of green jerseys until they start winning. And all of a sudden they pop up out of the closet everywhere. You see blue jerseys everywhere.
It's the truth. Well, depends where in New Jersey you're at.
That is true.
You see the wrong green.
You see the other green jerseys, exactly. There's more Eagles fans in Jersey than there is Jet fans. So
that's facts.
It is. Point blank. Once you even get down like western part of Monmouth County, they're everywhere. But as we're talking about the drop from going 3 to 4, I hate to give anything kudos wise to the Cowboys, but they're only almost $2.5 billion more than anybody else. That's insane, and that's why I always say, when people are like, "Oh, well, Jerry Jones, he's not doing he's not doing very good. They haven't won in 30 years." He's winning where it matters bank account wise, because if there's one thing Jerry's good at, and listen, he's got his faults. I'm not sitting here trying to say good things about Jerry, because I don't think he's a very good person, just based on the way I've seen him in interactions with people that he thinks are lesser than them. I don't like the way he does, his contracts with the players, talk to the agents, leave the players out of it. That's the way it's supposed to be. I don't like a lot of things about him, but $2.5 billion difference. That's an accomplishment. The man knows marketing. The man knows how to market this team, point blank. And I know it's America's team, supposedly, and they used to be really good in the 90s and really good in the 70s, and that's helped them get generations of fans all around the country. But he's kept it going with 30 years of losing. That in itself is kind of an accomplishment.
That's impressive right there.
Yeah, like you see it, and not that it happens very often, but you see the Packers like kind of, have an off year, and you see Packers fans kind of dip a little bit. Like you don't see them getting as active, you don't see them as getting as vocal. Every single year, how about the Cowboys?
Well,
and that's
local to this area, Green Bay fans, but there's definitely a market of Green Bay fans.
Oh, I'm not saying all of them. That's everything. Look at that. There's passionate Giants fans. We've sucked for years now. Let's be honest about it.
We have a podcast,
but they definitely dip. Cowboys fans never seem to dip. And again, that's not me trying to say nice about Cowboy fans. I'm actually giving the credit to Jerry Jones in that, because he's a marketing genius. The sad thing is, if you are a Cowboy fan listening, he cares more about winning this valuation trophy than he cares about winning a Super Bowl trophy.
Yeah, wrong.
Because he would have blown up the team years ago if this wasn't his goal. It's a business asset for him. Would he love to win? Sure. But he's not willing to risk it all to win. That's why. Number 5 on the list, just beneath the Patriots, the San Francisco 49ers at $8.6 billion. That's, like I said, a lot of money, guys. A lot
of money. I was a little surprised too. Like looking at Giants, Patriots, the Niners have a long history, especially
of winning.
Yeah, and
they're in a high income area.
Yes. Granted, nowadays is not the biggest of sports fans, but I mean, their relevant years of winning a lot was right around the time of the Cowboys.
Well, but they've also gone to 2 Super Bowls in the last, decade as well.
They have.
When's the last time the Cowboys went?
And they were very relevant in NFC.
Not to mention the 49ers keep beating the Cowboys in the playoffs. Had to take the second shot. Had to take the shots.
Yeah.
Shot.
When the Giants beat them all the time. Them in Green Bay. Hey, guys.
Yeah. Be careful what you talk about the Packers. Saying for your own benefit. I can get away with it. You can't.
I can get away with it. Wait. My family is Green Bay fans too. What are you talking about?
But like I said, I'm with you. I would have thought the Niners. I actually thought the Niners would be heavier than the Patriots in this list.
That's what I'm saying.
Again, keep in mind, it's not who has the best run franchise, who's had the best 10-year, 20-year run or whatever. It's how much money they're worth. And Boston, people understand, Boston is not as big a city as you would think. It's really not if you've never been there. I don't say tiny. It's not tiny, but it's not.
Well, compared to a lot of other metropolitan areas, yeah.
It's not LA. It's not Dallas. It's not New York. It's not even San Francisco. I think it's like the 30th biggest city in the country or something like that. It's just got a nice downtown, a lot of history. People know about it because of that. It does have a nice downtown. It's a nice city. But like I said, we'll see what happens there overall with the Giants if they do sell up a piece of the team like they've been talking about. But I mean, even if they sell a 10% piece, that's $1.025 billion. That's insanity.
Nuts.
I was born into the wrong family, Rob.
To me both.
All right, guys. Let's talk about the upcoming game here in a second. We're going to go over. We got a couple comments actually too. So, let's see here. Jay says, "What does Rob think when he hears $10.2 billion? 10.2 beers or burgers?"
Both.
Oh, because I didn't realize he did the B. So yeah, he thinks the
Yeah.
B. Yeah. No, listen. Rob knows money. Okay, don't you worry. Okay, he knows all about how to count money. Whenever he's selling his vacuum,
Listen,
all the
when you get 10.2 billion, does not get you 10.2 billion beers or burgers.
No.
There's
But
math there.
Yes, but it does get you 100 million of the finest vacuums money can buy. Deb says Buffalo is never even mentioned as a New York team. No, they're not. And it's funny because anybody doesn't happen to live in the New York area might not be aware or lived there at some point. Though I assume most of you all have, since it's a Giants podcast. That's just the way like people are with New York. It's like there's New York City and everything else is upstate New York. And when you say New York, you mean New York City. When you're thinking of upstate New York, you say upstate New York. And it's funny because even like places that like aren't even close to upstate, that like right on the border of Pennsylvania, get called upstate.
It's weird because you go to like
Binghamton considered upstate New York, and it's like
you go to like Gardens. Yeah, I was about to say you go to Gardensville, and it's like literally just right up the point of New Jersey.
I say hop, skip, and a jump off Jersey there.
Just there. That's that's North New York, but it's like what?
Yeah,
you still got like another 6 to 8 hour drive to get to the north part of New York.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, craziness. Christopher Tony says, "Hey guys, and everyone in the chat joining the show way late, have to rewatch the episode."
Thanks for watching. Like the show? Of course you do, or you would have turned it off by now and not be hearing me. There are plenty of ways to support the show. YouTube is the best place to join us, and we offer memberships there with fun benefits like custom emojis and early access to video clips. Of course, there you can also send super chats and stickers to send one-time support payments. The best way to support the show is to buy these drunk idiots beers at buymeacoffee.com/2giantgoofballs. Along with one-time support payments, there are also monthly plans, so you can continue to help kill their livers each month. You can also show people that you are a goofball by visiting our store at 2giantgoofballs-shop.fourthwall.com. We got everything from shirts, hats, phone cases, funny candles, buttons, stickers, and even a 2 Giant Goofballs towel to dry off your goofballs. Of course, you can always support the show for free by simply hitting the like, subscribe, and share button wherever you are watching or listening to this. Hit the thumbs up on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It helps the show tremendously, and quite frankly, the goofballs suck at marketing and need your help to get the word out. Thank you for being part of the Goofball Army and for taking the time out to support the show.
If you like that clip, then you will love the full episodes too. Find us on your favorite podcast app and look for us on all your favorite social media platforms.
Thanks so much.
Please, I'm begging you. Please subscribe.